Today, Precarious plays
Phantom Brave. Then there was the introduction of Magichange, which in many ways felt like a monster-specific version of tower attacks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because again, the resources are divided equally, or the rewards for battle are divided equally whenever you are Magichanged, right?
Okay. So
it starts to just feel like a few too many variations on the same theme. Monsters... They could not originally... They did not stack well. They could not lift other monsters or humanoids, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Since the first game, sometime after the first game, I should say, I don't think it was in Disgaea 2 either. They added the ability for monsters to Mon toss one another.
Yeah.
So they don't lift other creatures. What they do is they knock them up into the air and then jump up and like volleyball them to the target location.
Uh-huh.
And I think that they can also do a relay, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you toss a unit onto a monster, it will not grab them and hold on to them. Instead, it will toss them in, I think, whatever direction they're facing, automatically, just at their full throw value. And it's just sort of weird because it's like, guys, I mean, this is such a silly series. I know that some of the monsters don't have, like, obvious humanoid anatomy, but you're also the group that made the game where Manticore can pick up other Manticore in their mouths.
Yeah, it's like,
Just have them...
let it go, man.
Just have them extend their bodies in an upward direction and people will get it. They'll get the gist of it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's chaining attacks and team up attacks and tower attacks and Magichange. And then at some point in the series, they added tower-specific attacks. Special attacks, right? That you could only use...
When you're in a tower?
Yes. And usually they're really awesome and very silly.
Yeah.
I remember one from either D2 or 5.
Stacks on stacks on stacks.
It was like a Ferris wheel of pain.
You're joking.
No, your characters do the bends. So they form a circle and then they kind of like, it's like a baleful hamster wheel that they force the enemy to run on. And I think it starts going faster and faster until the enemy trips and face plants and then they get cast into the stratosphere. It's hard to remember, but I remember it was really funny when I saw it.
The goofiness of these games is really what attracts me to them more than anything. I don't think that I'd give a crap at all about this game or any other NIS title if it weren't for silly crap like that.
That is such a shame because they can actually be really smart strategy games because of what they... It's a shame because I feel like it is a game of at least 3 parts. Mm-hmm. Because you have the zany anime silliness.
Yeah, gotta love that anime silliness.
And then you have like the big numbers game.
Yeah.
But whenever the anime silliness is done, if you stop and you think about it, and if you don't fall prey to the numbers game, where it's like, I want the biggest numbers as fast as possible. That's the thing that really grinds my gears the most online, is seeing people... Someone will ask a simple question, and far too often, the response is, don't bother, you should be doing X so you can get to Y, so you can finish this game faster.
Yeah. And
there's no point in doing X because Y outstrips it in every way, and you're just wasting your time. Don't train on that stage. Just struggle until you get to this stage, like a Cave of Ordeals style experience, and then use this little trick, and you can shave hours off your playtime. And it's like, if you're just playing this game to get it off the docket, what the fuck are you doing?
Did you know if you do recess right, you can have less of it?
That is an excellent way to phrase it, yes.
Did you know?
I'm going to min-max my way out of playtime.
Did you know that if you optimize your tag game, you can have it over more quickly and get back to work?
It's a lot like that, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you don't fall prey to that mentality, just going down into the item world in Disgaea and dealing with the random elements as they come and using the abilities of your characters, it's really compelling.
Yeah.
It's a fun strategy game.
You have interesting problems with a broad toolbox.
Right. I mean, even if it's... So, I think I've mentioned a similar story before where, like, a samurai rode in on a piece of driftwood and I had to fight them and they were, like, 100 levels higher than me.
Yeah.
And I threw them to a distant island in such a way that, like, they could not position themselves in such a way as to attack me with their strongest stuff, so I could wear them down over time. And I felt really clever for figuring that out and having it go my way.
Yeah.
But there was a similar time where a different, very strong enemy force attacked, and I realized that if I just did a tower, they all had like a lot of strong area of effect attacks, and the
Right.
map was too small for me to avoid them, right?
Yeah.
So by consolidating all of my characters into a tower attack, I could beat these strong enemies one at a time and only lose one unit per turn.
And you managed.
What I did is I sacrificed the characters that I was already done, like sort of getting up to a target number.
Yeah.
Like I wanted to have everybody at level 60, for example, and a couple of them were already above 60, so I just sort of made them the sheep on the bottom.
Yeah.
And yeah, the tower collectively could beat the group before I ran out of guys.
So the strategy element, like the strategy of the game, is really good if you don't accidentally cheat yourself out of interesting problems.
Right, if you're not obsessed with being done with the experience. Is there anything else? Oh, and then there are the explicit combo moves, combo specials that big name characters get with one another. Those they were in Disgaea 5. I'm assuming they were in 4. I don't remember if they were in D2. If they were, I don't remember any of the characters doing a big special move together.
So wait, how many types of team-up attack is that in the one?
In Disgaea 5, you mean?
Yeah, like by the time you get to this series where it has like too many.
Disgaea 5 has chain combos, team-up combos, tower attacks, tower special moves, which I think of as like, we'll say 1.5. Magichange. And explicit character combinations like Red Magnus and Usalia's ability where Usalia uses her ninja magic that makes things grow to make Red Magnus really big. Is that how that one works? No, she summons a giant mochi mallet. He gets big with his own power, and then she gives him a giant mallet, and he does like the mochi pound, but it's on the planet, if I remember correctly. That's a team up, like that's a combo special that they have together.
I like this place.
Yeah, but that's too many. It's too many different varieties of what is essentially reward management, you know?
Yeah.
Raphael!
Please stay on
finally
our
here.
side.
I'm sorry we couldn't do more.
What's going on?
You've already seen what happens to those who fall under Sulphur's darkness. Scarlet sent us to patrol the island, but we never expected. You need to go. The curse already burns inside me.
Oh no.
Raphael?
Get out of here! Now!
Oh. That's a really creepy character portrait.
Yeah, and that animation is not great either.
But it's like the good kind of, like the well-executed kind of not
Yes,
great.
yes, I'm feeling the appropriate feelings to all of this art that is coming at me.
That's interesting. That's an interesting way of achieving that effect. That's a style of like not aggrieved, like distress. That's a style of animation that's supposed to imply distress that I associate with Dragon Ball Z, specifically the gravity chamber, like that kind of like vertical line, that sort of vertical displacement.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen it in too many places. They did that whenever Walnut was awakening the island as well.
Yeah. Uh-oh. He's got the farts.
Good job, man. It's a way to look. It's even in the battle. They even did it in the battle. Jeez, does Raphael die?
I don't know. It does not look good for him.